Rule of faith is another really big one for people, and it's a very important part of your life, just like all the 7Fs are. But it's also a very touchy subject at times. I do go to church with my ex and my kids almost every Sunday. My mom's watching, so I should say but I go almost every Sunday. I do definitely miss here and there. And that is a touchy one. The best thing I've ever heard to explain how religion and spirituality kind of work together, where as we want to be as spiritual and see a higher calling for our lives and love the people we're with and be grateful for all of our experiences and move life towards a more spiritual and faithful life, religion can be a huge foundation and growing point for that, but it can also be a division for us. I heard this story that if Muhammad and Gandhi and Jesus were all out eating, they wouldn't be arguing about religion. And I believe that. I believe that they're loving and they're carrying enough people where they wouldn't be doing that. So if you take some of the big spiritual leaders in the world today or in the world 2,000 years ago, and you put them in other religious sectors, they would still love and be grateful for their surroundings. And that's kind of how I feel. If we take religion and use that as a way to have a better foundation and work more united as a group of people, as a nation, whatever, that's what it's for. It's never there to divide us. I just don't feel that way. So this is a really, really high value for a lot of people. A lot of people put this above all, and that's great. And what I want you to look at in there is same thing, 1 to 10, and look at that. And it doesn't mean if you go to church every Sunday, but you leave church and you're like, oh my God, that gal was wearing that, and I can't believe she's like this, and I can't stand that person, I don't like this. I don't know if you're a 10 there, and that you get to decide on that your own. This is your fingerprint, this is your rula. But I think, taking it beyond church and beyond the religious part and go really into that spiritual part about how you are interacting with other people, how loving and how grateful you are. Remember that, I look at, like, if you feeling kind of elevated and cocky, the world will humble you pretty well. If you're feeling low, the world's there to bring you up. And there's a spiritual component there that's the balance, and that's Ula. So look at your own life, give your own rating, and kind of go from there. I'm going to put myself around a 4. Kind of been thinking a lot about that. I'm going to continue doing church with my family every week, or 90% of the time. But I need to move my life in a couple different directions too. And I'm going to look at other things that I want to do spiritually inside of, for me, a Christian background a little bit, and start to study that more. So we'll get into more of that next week.